But before we hit record, we were talking a little bit about this rise of employee activism, conscious capitalism, things like that. And those topics are, of course, directly connected to social media because it's really begged this question of who is in charge, right? So before these platforms existed and people didn't have the reach that they do today, they didn't have the megaphones that they did today, they didn't have the abilities to organize the way they do today. If a board was all 65-year-old white guys, who knew? No one knew. And even if you did know, maybe you could tell the 5 people who you know. But besides that, it's like, what is your reach? What is your power? But it's one of the reasons why ESG matters so much, is because the conversation around a company, around a brand, are really no longer controlled by the company or the brand.
Right.
They're
Yes.
controlled by the masses.
It's interesting too, because I think a lot of clients who don't necessarily paint themselves as tree huggers, mega environmentalists, they do recognize still that these factors can make or break a company, right? If they're in the headlines because they're using child labor, or if they are, not only not reducing their carbon footprint, but they're making it worse, especially compared to their peer that maybe is acting more socially responsibly, that's a risk factor.
Yeah.